Samach Zayin Amid Beis. Zog the Heilige Mishnah. Chabura Sha'ovat Pescha. A Chabura that lost her Pesach. Amru Echad say go and search and take animal shecht for us. V'halach im Motzav Shochat. And he went. V'hein lach, they also did. Im Shalai Nishchat Rishon, Oichem Mishalai, V'hein Oichem Him. Then he eats from his and they eat along with him. Why? Because they told him. So it means they're relying on him. If they did it before that, he still continues to eat because he decided to buy and he was definitely not Saimach on them. Because the Ma'aseh day was Nishchat Rishon. And you do is man Nishchat Rishon, or Shach Shneim Ke'achas. So if it's together, because since they're not sure that theirs was shechted first, so if they were shechted first, they have to eat from theirs. If if his was shechted first, they have to eat from his. So they're not sure if their pesach that they made is kosher, so they cannot eat from it. But they're part of pesach sheni because the ma'aseh they were yoytzem amanavshach. We just don't know which pesach they're nimna. If they're nimna on their own, that's if they shechted theirs first. If they shechted theirs second, then automatically they're nimna to the pesach that the single person shechted. So this is the first case of the Mishnah. Now the second case is the opposite. He just doesn't. They don't tell him anything. He just on his own decides to walk away and to look for a pesach. And while he walks away, he says, If you see I'm too late, I don't come back on time, just shecht for me. So it's just the same story, just the other way around. The single man is relying on the rabbi. Then automatically he belongs to them. Because he only wanted to. He was scared that they're not going to have, so he shechted. But once they shechted, then his ones is nothing. So he eats together with them. Automatically gets nimshach from them. And because they never said that they want to be on his one. So that's why he can eat for his, but they have to eat from theirs. Like before, you don't know which one, then you don't know if he can eat that, if it's Ichat or Achron, and that's why it's a suffix if he's Nimna on which one he's Nimna, so he cannot eat anything. That's the halacha. Now goes the third case, Amar Lahem B'Amr. Both parties, they spoke to the individual, says, you go. And he says, Imechartu. So in other words, both of them made up their mind that in a case that the other party is going to shecht first, I belong to the other party. Now you don't know what happened. So both of them can eat. If you know for sure, okay. You know which one was shechted first, which one was shechted second. So you know exactly that both of them belong to the one that was shechted first. But if you don't know which was shechted first, so both of them can eat because each one belongs to the pesach that was shechted first. That's the most simple case. Nobody spoke at all. So each one he eats from his. Obviously, we're talking a case where they both ended up shechting something, right? So then we say he goes and he eats from his, they eat from theirs, and Shalom Yisrael, nobody is a shubha to anyone. What happens if there's two chaburas and their carbon pesachim got mixed up? That's called chabura A and chabura B. And there's a pesach A and pesach B. We don't know the carbon, right? We don't know which carbon belongs to A and which one belongs to B. So each chabura pulls one animal. They don't know for sure if it's their animal. They just pull a random animal. Now, so let's say each chabura has 10 people. Chabura A and chabura B. So one of chabura A goes to B, and one of chabura B goes to A. That's number one. Now, each one, now you have two groups of 10 people. They say, so the 9 people say for the single guy. If it's ours, you're part of us. You go away from where you're coming from, you belong to us. However, if it belongs to you, maybe this animal belongs to your chabura, You're the whole boss here, because it's really your animal, and we are taking away ourselves from the other animal that's not here right now. We're becoming part of your chabur. It doesn't matter how much can be so stiff toy can happen if it's 5 chaburas and each one has let's say 10 people. Each chabur has 10 people or 5 people. So we always take we make a collection that each one should have at least one representative from each chabura, and like this we can make this tanai that in case it belongs to one of these people, everybody else goes on in his chabura. So the klal is there has to be more people than the number of chaburas. Let's say there's 5 chaburas, each one has 10 people, no problem. So we send a representative from each chabura, and then they can say this tonight. This Mishnah goes like Reb Nosson, that he holds, even though there's no achila. Here, in this case, where there's nobody can eat anything, because they don't know which one. Let's say we can say that on the second case, in the first case, or even the third case. The point is that when there's a matzav that the chabura cannot eat from either one, because they're not sure if their animal was shechted first, so they can eat from theirs. If the other one was shechted first, they can't eat. So the mice they can't eat from anything. Can't eat from that guy because maybe theirs was shechted first. They can't eat from theirs because maybe his one was shechted first. So they yoytze even though they can't eat. Torah kapara yofish tika lachachamim kalvachayim the tipshem. Them omega avil machish chacham yichashim. And say chayim chacham machish. So it's this last case of the Mishnah when nobody talks. That's the best case. Nobody runs into trouble. Just if it happens to be that that the guy didn't find the other guy didn't happen to make it, so automatically everybody becomes part of his. But if each one ends up making something, so nobody's meshubah with each other. Shnayim shenes arv peschem. This really belongs to the next. You know what? Let me leave it for the next daf because it belongs to daf samach ches.